Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we continue to catch up with our coaches this week, and a good weekend for our women's soccer team. And let's catch up with their head coach, Lori Chalupny. And Lori, Friday, it just seemed like the offense came to play. I mean, right out of the gate. And then, on Sunday against Drury, needed some last minute heroics, so to say. And then, a couple opportunities in the overtime, but a win and a draw against two very good teams. It's a pretty good weekend for our women's soccer team.
Yeah, this game is all about scoring goals, and when you're on and when you're putting the ball in the back of the net, it's the game almost seems easy, and when you're not, you can create a lot of difficulties for yourself. So yeah, Friday was great. It's great to score some goals and kind of take the pressure off of our defense a little bit. Sunday, I thought we created a lot of chances. It just we couldn't find the back of the net until the final couple minutes of the game. But all in all, two positive results as we continue to march forward.
Talk about Amanda Coltwasser, and we know what she can do. We've seen it many, many times, and she did it this weekend. A couple goals on Friday, and then she gets us the tying goal in the 89th minute on just a terrific strike. To get us into the overtime. But talk a little bit about her and her leadership and what she's really done for the program over the last couple of years, and especially this year.
Yeah, I don't have enough words to talk about Mandy. I think she's one of those players that coaches just dream about. She's she does all the right things all the time, and you can't speak highly enough about her. Her work rate is phenomenal. So she runs the wing for us, and she helps out on defense, and she's also helping out on the offensive side of things as well. She's also one of our captains this year. So I think that, that work rate and that kind of her quiet leadership, but goes a long way for teaching some of the younger players and just kind of showing our character and who we want to be as soccer players.
Well, and with her and AJ and Stacy and some of the others, this year is a little bit more different because they're really going to have to take that senior leadership to another level just because of everything we've had to deal with in the fall, not being able to practice as a team, as a whole team, and then coming into the spring season. I think those guys have just done an unbelievable job in being those leaders to take care of business.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're so fortunate to have a group of really good leaders at this point in our lives, because it has been a tough couple semesters here. They really held the team together in the fall. We weren't permitted to practice, but they were, just having Zoom meetings and just trying to keep everybody engaged and focused. So they did a phenomenal job of doing that over the fall. And then again, to come into the spring, which is it's a different season. It's not our typical time period of having our championship segment, and there's just a lot of stuff. Everything's the same, but everything's different at the same time. And so they have really been the glue that has kind of held us together, and have kind of just been almost an extension of the coaching staff, because they are such great leaders and they just kind of know the ropes.
Let's talk a little bit about those young players, and you were able, with Friday, that's a situation where you can get a lot of playing time for some of the freshmen that may not get a lot of playing time, or some of the other players because of the result. But normally, and I was just talking to David Korn about this, normally in the spring, you schedule a couple D3 teams for scrimmages, you schedule a couple, D2, exhibition games, and you're able to kind of mix and match a lot of stuff. Can't sort of do that this year, but with a result like we got on Friday and getting out of the gate quick, you were able to kind of get some of those players in that will get some valuable experience moving forward into the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the game time is just something you can't replicate in practice. When you get a chance to play against opponents, other opponents in the GLVC, I think that just expedites the improvement and the kind of catching the younger players up to speed, so to speak. But yeah, you can't replicate that any other way than just to get them game time. So it is really great when you're able to score some early goals, so that we can kind of shuffle the lineup a little bit, give some of those players some really quality minutes, and rest our starters at the same time. So it was a great time to have one of those games where our team is very, very deep and we have a large roster. So it's nice when everybody kind of gets to experience a game day and gets to compete for us.
Well, it doesn't get easy this week. Only one game, so you get a little bit more recovery time on the weekend. But S&T, it just seems year in and year out with both our men's team and our women's team. Doesn't matter what the records are. It's an absolute tussle anytime the Saints and the Miners get together on the pitch.
Yeah, they they have really given us a tough game the past couple seasons. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. They're an organized physical team. They tend to kind of crowd the middle of the field and make play difficult. So it'll be important that we can spread the field, connect passes, and of course score some goals.
That's a big thing, is just scoring some goals. So, but Lori, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it. We will talk to you next week, and good luck down in Rolla at Key Stadium on Friday afternoon.
All right, thanks.
Lori Chalupny, our head women's soccer coach, joins us, and once again, the women will take on Missouri S&T at Key Stadium down in Rolla on Friday. It's a 5 o'clock start. You'll be able to watch all the action on the JLVC Sports Network, and also follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints. We'll be able to keep you updated all evening long on how our soccer teams are doing as they finish up the first half of the GLVC spring season down in Rolla. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.